Bete, we are doing chapter number 2, and today our topic is about transport in plants. Okay, and we will discuss today from page number 17 till page number 20. Okay, so your topic is transport in plants. What is transport? Transport means the things which are transported from one place to another. Okay, so which things are transported in plants? Definitely food, minerals, and water. They are transported in the body of plants through different ways. So which uh, organs of plants play important role in the transportation? You can see in your book. These are roots and stems. Roots and stems are plant organs. Roots and stems are plant organs which contain the transport system of a plant. Okay, so they all consist of thin tubes inside them which carry liquids up and down the plant. In previous pages, we have discussed about the minerals and water which we get from the soil of the water. Okay, so these are transported in the body of a plant through these organs. Which organs of minerals are absorbed by the roots and they are taken up by stems. And we all of know in the stem there are vascular bundles. Vascular bundle means xylem and phloem cells. So xylem and phloem cells are responsible to take up minerals, plants, and other things to the whole body of the plant. Now we will see there are two kinds of tubes in the stem. Okay, so these are xylem and phloem, collectively called vascular tissues. Xylem and phloem collectively are called vascular tissues. So xylem tubes carry water and minerals in solutions from the soil up to the part of the plant above the ground. So they are thickened. What is the shape of xylem cells? They are thickened, strong walls which help the xylem support the plant. Xylem is a dead tissue. Why it is called a dead tissue? Because it is made by a wood. It has rings on it. It makes rings in the body of a plant. In plants such as three new xylem is made each year. Three new trees, new xylem is each year, forming rings in the trunk. So xylem is a wood. That's why it is called a dead tissue. I will explain you this thing with the help of a diagram. If you see this diagram in your book, okay, this is a diagram of a wood, trunk of the wood, trunk of a tree. Okay, and you can see here are the xylem tubes are present. Actually this part is called the stem. Okay, in early plants we call it stem, and in big trees it is called a trunk. And you can see it is making rings inside them. So these rings are consist of xylem cells. So that's why it is called a dead tissue, because it tells us about the age of a tree. Okay, so how many rings are formed? The rings tells us that it is the age of the tree. Okay, so you can see xylem is wood. Now we will talk about phloem tubes. Phloem tubes are made from living cells, made from living cell joined end to end. They carry sugar solutions. Now question is that where sugar solution comes. I have told you when plants do the photosynthesis at the daytime, they collect the food in the form of chlorophyll. And at night, due to carbon dioxide, they change that food into sugar solutions. So this sugar solution comes from the leaves, where it is made during photosynthesis. To every other part of the plant, there are holes at the end of each phloem cells. So sugar solutions can pass through. Sugar solution can go both up and down a phloem tube at the same time. So xylem and phloem tubes are bundled together in vascular bundles. So what is a phloem tissue? The important role of phloem tissues in the body of a plant is that they get sugar solutions and take up to all parts of the body of a plant. Now we will discuss, we have discussed that root and stem are responsible to transport food inside the body of a plant. So first we will see what is inside a root. What is inside a root? Which things are present inside the root. So first we will discuss that water and minerals move up the xylem tubes to the stem. Okay, second is that sugar from the leaves moves down the phloem tubes. The sugar is used by the cell of the root in respiration. Okay, you can see that here is a difference between xylem and phloem cells. Xylem tubes, it means they do the they get water and minerals and move up to the xylem tubes. And the function of phloem is that they get the sugar solution and take up to the all parts of the body of a plant. Now you will see the diagram. You can also see these are in the center, these are xylem cells and these are the phloem cells. Okay, so when they both are combined collectively, we call them vascular tissues. Now you will see here are root hairs. Where are root hairs present? They are present inside the ground. Okay, so what is the important rule in the body of a plant? Root hairs give a big surface area to take in water and minerals from the soil. So your root, the root of a plant further divided into small parts. Okay, so these are called root hairs. So their important function is that in the surface area to take in water and minerals from the soil. Now you will see root tip, growing cells at the tip root tip. The growing root tip is protected by a root cap. You can also understand this thing with the help of a diagram. I will show you the diagram in the, see the screen. Okay, beta, you can see okay, this diagram is given in your book. You can see okay, this part is above the ground. Under the ground there is a root. Okay, this root is going inside the ground, and from root the root hairs are extended, and these root hairs are started from root tips. So these root tips are covered by a root caps. So they play a very important role inside the body of your plant, and because of that the all minerals, water and other things are transported in the body of a plant easily. Okay, I hope you understand it. Now come to next page. Okay, this is about your okay, what is happened inside the stem. You can see inside the stem what is happening inside the stem, because we are discussing about the transportation system of a plant, and we have discussed that stem and root play an important role. We have discussed the inside the root. Now we will discuss about inside the stem. So a vascular bundle is made of xylem and phloem tubes. This is true. You can see this is a plant and it is called a stem. So inside that, this is a structure of inside the stem. So these are xylem and phloem cells. You can also see in the diagram, these are phloem and these are xylem. And collectively, they both are called vascular tubes. So they are present inside the stem. Phloem tubes carry sugar made in the leaves up and down the plant. These tubes have thin walls. Okay, these have thin walls. But on the other side, if we talk about the xylem tubes carry water and minerals up from the roots. So the tubes have strong, thick walls. Phloem cells have thin walls, and xylem tubes carry water and minerals, so they have thick roots inside them. Now you will see these cells make new xylem and phloems as the plant gets bigger. So you can understand that stems and roots, they both play a very important role in the body of a plant, because they help the plant to grow. They help the plant in growth. Now there is another important role of leaves in the body of a plant. This is very important. You have to underline in your book. If you see the screen, leaves are the food factories of plants. So who make food for the plant? Definitely leaves make the food for the plant. So they are where a plant makes food during photosynthesis. The process by which the plants make their food by themselves, this process is called photosynthesis. So leaves are usually green, although other colors exist. What colors? All leaves contain chlorophyll, the chemical that absorb light energy for the body of a plant. For leaves are well suited to their job. So we will see the screen. It is a diagram of leaf which is given in your book. You can see this is called a leaf stalk, okay, and this part is called a lamina, okay, and the lines which are present on the leaf, these are called veins. These are called veins. And you can also see in the middle there is a line which is called a midrib. Okay, so this is the structure of a leaf. So what is happening inside the leaf? Definitely these leaves get get light from the sun, and the green chemical is present inside the leaf, which is called a chlorophyll. And they also have stomata and mesophyll cells inside their body, so they absorb all the light, and because of plenty of water and due to carbon dioxide which they absorb from the environment at daytime, they store in their body, and at night what is happened, they use that stored food into the form of sugar, And where sugar solution goes, definitely this sugar solution goes by the, so this sugar solution goes by the, so this sugar solution goes by the body of a plant, through phloem tubes. So you also know about that phloem and xylem tubes play very important role inside the body of a plant. I hope you understand it. This is clear to you. Now we will discuss next page. Now we will discuss the next point. Okay, what is the function of the leaves? So you will see in your book, they are broad and flat to absorb lots of light. Definitely they absorb more and more light and exchange gases with the surrounding air. And they exchange gases. Definitely they absorb carbon dioxide at daytime and release oxygen in the air. At night they use that carbon dioxide to make sugar solution inside their body, and they release carbon dioxide at night. They are thin, so gases can get to all the cells easily. What is happening inside it? They are thin, so gases can get easily move through them. They have holes called stomata to let gases get in and out from the body of a plant. Okay, from the surrounding air. They have lots of veins made from vascular bundles. We have also discussed vascular bundle means xylem and phloem tubes to carry water to photosynthesis and carry sugar away. Veins also help support the leaf. So these are the four functions of the leaf, which is very important. Number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. So you have to keep in your mind and you have to learn these functions in your book. Okay, come to next page. So this is also very important page you are watching on your screen. You can also see in your book. Okay, you can see here something more things are important. Leaf, okay, what is happening, what is the role of veins on the leaf? Leaf veins provide a skeleton which support the leaf as well as a transport system. Now you can see they also have given us an example of banana. Banana leaves are very broad to absorb lots of sunlight. Okay, so there are grass leaves. You can also see grass leaves on your screen. Grass leaves are narrow but very thin, so grasses can get to every cell. That so we have different plants have different shapes of leaves inside their body. So what is happening inside a leaf? Look at your book. What is happening inside a leaf? So these leaves have a thick waxy cuticle. Thick waxy cuticle. So what is the role of thick vaxical cuticles in the body? You will see in the diagram. You can also see first is that a vein. We also have discussed that all leaves have a veins inside on the surface of their body. So a vein is made up of xylem to carry water into the leaf and phloem to carry sugar out. Okay. Now you will see upper skin. What is the upper skin of the leaf? The upper skin of the leaf is transported to let light through the cells below. It is covered by a layer of wax. This is called a cuticle, and it makes the leaf waterproof. Waterproof. What is the role of cuticle? Cuticle make the leaves waterproof. What is the meaning of waterproof? That extra water never stay on the body of the leaf. Okay. Now come to the guard cells. Around each stoma are two guard cells. A tiny hole in the bottom skin is called a stoma, and lots of holes are called stomata. There is a tiny hole in the bottom skin is called stoma, and under the skin there are lot of holes which are called stomata. Okay, now you will see the green chemical which absorb the sunlight, that is called chlorophyll. And chlorophyll consists of many things. First, it has three parts. The one is given in your book. A chlorophyll consists of three parts: chloroplast, chromoplast, and leucoplast. But we will discuss only chloroplast inside the chlorophyll. So chloroplast contain chlorophyll, which absorb the light energy needed for photosynthesis. Now you will see the did you know box in your book. The raffia plant has leaves up to 25-meter long and 30-meter wide. Now, I hope you understand it. Come to next page, page number 20. Okay, Betty, we will discuss till page number 19. We will discuss till page number 19. Page number 19. So this is very, very important. I hope you will understand it, how the body of a plant move inside the body. I will discuss with you again. You will see in your book. We have discussed about inside a root. Now we have discussed about the inside the stem, and I was talking about with you the leaves. What is happening inside the leaf? You can also see. Okay, the structure of the leaf, that is very important. If you see in your book, inside a leaf, what is happening inside the leaf? I was telling about the leaf. That leaf has a cuticle surface. It is given in your book. Okay, these leaves have a thick waxy cuticle. So what is the meaning of cuticle? Cuticle means it has a waxy layer on the surface of the leaf. Because of that, the water never stay on the body of the leaves, and extra water never stay on the surface of the body, and it moves easily. So cuticle plays very important role in the body of a plant. Okay. Now we have discussed about the plant. Now we have discussed about the plant. We have discussed about the plants that you can see that there are veins present inside the leaf, because this is a complex structure. So I will explain you again. You will see there is a medium inside in the center of the leaf, and these are called the veins. So these are veins. So important role of vein is there because they are made up of xylem. They are made up of xylem, and we also discuss in a detail about xylem and phloem cells, that xylems are present in the xylem are present in the stem, and their function is that to absorb, to take up water from the roots, the water which is absorbed by the roots and take up to all aerial parts of the plant. So because they are the part of the stem, so they comes into a wood, so they are made by xylem cells, and xylem cells are dead cells. Okay. So you can see that a vein is made up of xylem to carry water into the leaf and phloem to carry sugar out. So important role of xylem and phloem inside the body is that xylem carry water into the leaf, and phloem, the function of phloem to carry out sugar from the body of a plant. Okay. So if you see the structure, this is a leaf and this is the inner structure of a leaf. You can also see it consists of a guard cells. Okay, we also know about that guard cells are present. These are guard cells, and these are present each and every plant, because their shape is like a bean, and they have a stomata. In the center there is a stomata. So stomata are responsible to gases in and out of the body of a plant. Okay, now you will see there are bundles are present inside the, if you see here in the diagram, you can see a tiny hole in the bottom scale. So this is a tiny hole. Okay, you can see this is a tiny hole in the bottom of the skin. This is called stoma. And when many of these are combined, they make a stomata inside the body of a plant. Okay, and this is the upper skin of the leaf. Okay, if you see, this is upper skin of the leaf is transported to let light through to the cells below. It is covered by a layer of wax which is called cuticle. So what is the function of cuticle? Because it makes a leaf waterproof. It means extra water can never stay on the surface of the leaf. So this is made by this is a cuticle surface, and in among them there are two types of cells are present, which are xylem and so you will see chloroplast. Chloroplast contain chlorophyll, which absorb the light energy needed for photosynthesis. Chloroplast, we all of know. Chloroplast, it is a green chemical which is present inside the body of a plant. So what is the function of chlorophyll? The function of chlorophyll is that it absorbs sunlight. It has green chemical inside it, and it collect food for the body of a plant. Okay. So chloroplasts contain chlorophyll, which absorb the light energy needed for photosynthesis. Okay. You can also see this is a structure inside the structure of a leaf. The upper part, which is consist of stomata, and inside you can see this is a structure of a plant cell. And we also have discussed in the detail that the outer body of a plant cell is made by a it has a cell wall. Okay, inner side it has a cell membrane, and in the center it has a large vacuole, and around them a green chemical chlorophyll is present inside them. So chlorophyll play very important role inside the body. Because of that, plants get energy and they make their food with the help of a process which is called photosynthesis. And you can also see this is very important information for your objective. The raffia palm has leaves up to 25-meter long and 3-meter wide. This is very key. Their leaves are approximately 25-meter long and 3-meter wide. So in this lecture, I am explaining it again, its summary. You have to listen carefully. Okay, today we have discussed the transport system of plants. Transport system of plants. So how they transport food and minerals and particles inside the body from one place to another. So its answer is very simple. I have told you there are two organs which do these jobs in the body of a plant, and they are stem and roots. So how do they work? First we have discussed about the roots. First we have discussed about the roots, that the important function of roots is that they absorb minerals and organic materials from the soil. So they send these things, they absorb these things with the help of their root tips and with their root tips and root caps and this and root hairs, and they send all materials to the stem. So in the stem there are two important tubes are present. These tubes are called xylem and phloem tubes. Among them, there is difference between xylem and phloem. Xylem tubes absorb water from the roots and take up to aerial parts of a plant. And phloem tissues absorb sugar solutions. And this sugar solution is produced in the leaves. So when leaves do the photosynthesis, because of that leaves get the energy. Leaves get the energy. They absorb the chlorophyll and they transport that green chemical in the form of sugar solution in the body of a plant. So this is a process of photosynthesis and respiration which is happening at the same time in the body of a plant. At daytime the plants are doing photosynthesis, and at the night time they are doing respiration. So why are they doing respiration at night time? Answer is very simple, because they are doing respiration at night time, because at night there is no oxygen. They never get oxygen from their surrounding because there is no sunlight at night. So the energy which they have absorbed, which they have collected at the daytime, they use that energy at night time for their respiration process. So this is a process which again and again transfer to the body of a plant also. This is the transport system. Transport, as we humans get energy by food, we eat food, this food are absorbed and become the part of our blood, and blood gives oxygen to our body and we get energy. So like that all plants get energy, and there are two processes are happening inside their body at the same time. At daytime they are doing photosynthesis, and at night time they are doing respiration. So I hope you understand the topic. In the next topic, inshallah, we will discuss how plants to transport food inside their body, how sugar solution is made in their body, and the factors and the systems which are working in them. For example, how osmosis is happen, how transpiration is happen inside the body. So all these things we will discuss in our next chapter. I hope you understand the today's lecture. Now your class has been ended. If you have any question, you can raise your hand. Thank you so much.